Check this out. I have now added proper shaders to the ivy leaves. So now they're moving. They flutter in the wind. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. All of them there are moving, including, of course, all the ones up on the temple. In the menu, I have added some extra settings here that don't do anything. They're fake, but we can scroll with the joystick and we can scroll by dragging up and down. So scrolling, excellent. I just wanted to show a little bit. Okay, this is DevVal. This is me. I want to show a little bit like what I've done here with ValGamesCore. ValGamesCore is a package. Okay, so if you're a game using ValGamesCore, you would basically add the package to your project, as I have here. I added it to my favorites because, of course, I'm working on it. But the game itself, you know, only has the game stuff, the scenes, the sounds, and any game logic. But everything that you've seen in the core, you know, the movement, the physics, the ability to climb, glide, move around, jump, change speed, and all of the tuning parameters, that's all part of the core. And the core also gives a prefab that you just stick in your scene, and that's where you can set various things. You know, even though we want to be all ECS and DOTS and data-based, obviously at some point you have to interact with the graphical 3D world. So that's where, you know, some of these hybrid scripts, I guess, come in, where you set different things. Like here for the input sync, we set the object that is the left controller and the right controller, and also the XR origin, which is basically like your avatar, your player, where your player is. Yeah, so, and I've put them all in one place. It's a free prefab, so all scenes would have it. This is where, for instance, remember the menu, this is where all you have to do for that menu is to set up what color, highlight color you want, and whether you want a light or dark theme, and the font. And then the menu renders based on, you know, you go add main menu, add sub menu, add option, and you just call these things and the menu gets built. For audio, yeah, we've had to attach controllers for the haptics. So that's just a very quick overview. I don't want to bore you guys because this isn't a devlog. You know, just want to showcase how I'm trying to make this really, really clean and separate from the game itself, and to make the game make it very easy for the game to use the framework. In this video, I've also added really refactored the input system. So I want to just quickly show, and then I'll show things I've done with the input system. But basically, you know, it's all built in from before. So if you look at the input system, there's a hell of a lot in there. It's pretty hard to kind of understand what, you know, where's the jump, what's going on, where do we connect that to keyboard mappings. There's definitely a few here. There was just a lot of magic going on, and I wanted to take ownership of that in a very clean way. So what we have in ValGamesCore in the new and refactored input system is basically two different input actions definitions, one for when you're playing desktop, one for when you're playing virtual reality with a VR headset. PCVR, obviously, that's all I've got right now. And then the game will detect automatically. If a headset is present, it will use the VR input. If a headset is not present, it will use the desktop input. And so then you can see, you can assign mouse and keys and stuff to things that happen in the game, in the locomotion, obviously like jump and like, so I'll show you, you know, for looking around, and for opening menu, for moving around, toggling run, all of that is assigned with desktop stuff. And yes, even gliding stuff, which was kind of a bit of a
mind twister how to do. I was also away, so trying to do and test this remotely over any desk, you know, hotel Wi-Fi. So it was going extremely chunky, but hey, we did it. And then I finally came home and I tested it. So it looks different in VR. We have things like gripping for climbing. I've not yet figured out how I can do climbing in desktop mode. I have some ideas. But yeah, it makes it very clear, like how do you move? How do you jump? How do you turn? How do you scroll in the menu? Not going into any more details. I think it's very clean. And so then the game, if the game side would like to do something else on jump, like, I don't know, maybe throw some sparkles off of the player or something different, it just has to handle jump. It doesn't have to worry about keyboard bindings or anything. That's just automatically done, and it'll automatically work for desktop and for VR. Okay, so having shown all that, I'm here playing the game on the desktop, and now I have my controls. So I'm not in VR, I can't move my little controllers, but I can use the arrow keys to run around. I can use shift to walking, and then back to running. Okay, I can strafe. Those were the arrow keys. I can also use WASDF for that. Now here's the thing I think is awesome. I know you're not seeing it, but right mouse button is making me look around. But if I also hold down the left button, I can move around. So no keys, no arrows, no letters, just mouse, 2 buttons down and moving around. And I can now run around and look in any direction. Very, very easy to move around. Spacebar to jump. The cool thing is also it recognizes if it's on the PC or in VR, so it'll automatically be using the correct inputs. There's no climbing yet, there's nothing there, although I am scheming and planning. That will come. And then I actually did gliding. So for gliding right now, you just get airborne and hit the middle mouse button. I hope you heard the gliding sound there. And yeah, I can glide upward. It's hard to see. Upward, swoop downward, gain some speed, try and make it back up. Whoo, sorry. And land. I can run off, jump, and glide. Yeah, it's just like that. Gliding is working on PC, and it's actually really cool. So it's still all like momentum based and gravity based. Although I'm using palm-based mode now, so palm-based mode, if you run out of steam, you can just kind of go elevatoring up a little. But yeah, it feels good, it feels smooth. And it works. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That took a little bit, but mostly it was just the thinking, right? What would be easy? You can also hit G to initialize gliding, but that was super awkward. Run, jump, and hit G, and then get back on the mouse to control, you know, where you're looking and which way you're swooping. That one didn't work out so well. So yeah, here it is. It's very, very easy now with one mouse hand to move around and jump and even glide. Final piece of this video, I'm gonna stop here and wrap it up for you guys, is I have actually improved the gliding, PC based. I'm here playing on the PC with the mouse. I can just run, jump, and just hit the same old left button again. Remember, when we're running, it's just right mouse button is held down to look around, and left mouse button is run, go, you know, go forward. So that's all I'm doing. I'm holding right all the time so that I can control where I'm looking. I run, I hit space to jump, and then I hit the left button again. I let go for a second, hit it again. So no shuffling over to the middle button, and boom, we can just be gliding. And I just landed very nicely there. Just gonna walk off and walk off. Okay, final thing is I figured out the climbing. So check this out. So we can jump up on a wall, and boom, it latches on. Now it looks a little weird. I'm gonna add hands and avatars later, but hey, the little hands, I'm just using the mouse, right mouse button to look around, left button to move. I can even use my right and left arrows to strafe, although we made it up on top of the surface. Now we're back down on this side. But yeah, that's it. I'm moving, I'm stopping, I'm moving. So just like in VR, you can climb a horizontal surface if you want. And we can latch onto a new wall, start climbing. If we want to stop, we just let go of the left button and I'm still holding right button. I can look around, hang here, you know, see how I'm doing. If I want to get out, I could just jump off. Now I'm just back off, walking around. And then I can strafe. I think I already showed you that. I can just literally just go sideways and strafe. And with the two buttons, I can drive the direction up and forward and up and over. And once we're over, you can let go and jump to pop up onto the new surface. So there you have it. Super easy gliding, super easy climbing, right on the desktop. So the games written with this framework will simply get all of that built in and available. There we go. And I'll do this last line for you guys because it's really nice when we pressed up over the top, when we navigate all these corners, these little corners of this cylinder. Don't stop the climbing. The climbing works. The little hands keep climbing. We climb right through our ivy and boom, we're at the top enjoying the sunset. See you in the next one.